Hello everyone! Today we're going to have our first virtual class. For today's work, we're going to start with capital letters, okay? Well, before I start the video or the class, I want to say to you that I miss you so much and I hope you and your families are getting safe. Always remember to stay at home and don't forget to wash your hands. For today's subject, we are going to start with language. I'm going to play to you a slideshow where I'm going to explain the theme that is capitals letters. Let me play the slideshow for you. Here is the slideshow. Okay, capital letters. For today's work, you need your book 4. Please open it on page 66 from language. This is a page that you already made with help from your mommy and your daddy or for some adult that is taking care of you. Okay, capital letters. We use capital letters to start a sentence. Also, days of the week, months of the year, proper nouns, and countries start with capital letters. Let me give you some examples, okay? Okay, now, beginning a sentence. Every time that we are going to write a sentence, we are going to start with capital letters. In the first example, the dog was happy. The word the, it has a capital T at the start of the sentence, okay? Now, he is my brother. The sentence starts with the word him, and the word he has a capital H. Always start with a capital letter when you want to write something. Now, we are going to talk about the days of the week. Days of the week also has to be written with capital letters. It doesn't matter if the day of the week is at the start of the sentence, in the middle, or at the end, okay? We're always going to begin the sentence or the day of the week with capital letter. For example, when we write the date in our book, we start the day of the week using capital letter. It is the same for the months of the year. Always remember, it doesn't matter if the month of the year is at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the sentence. Always, we are going to start with capital letters. Now, we have the proper nouns. Proper nouns are persons' names, places' names, holidays, or things. In the person pronouns, we're always going to start with capital letters the name of the person. For example, the word Mario. If I want to write a sentence using the word Mario or the name Mario, every time that I write the name, I'm going to start with capital letters. For example, 2, Mrs. Lopez. If I want to write a sentence using Mrs. Lopez, I'm gonna write the word Mrs. with capital M and the last name Lopez with capital L. It is the same if I want to talk about a doctor. For example, Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith start with capital D and Smith with capital S. For places. If I'm going to write the name of a place, for example, a school, I'm going to write the first letter of the words with capital, okay? For example, Colegio Bilingüe Howard Gardner. It is the name of our school. And every time that we are going to write that name, we're going to use a capital C, a capital B, capital H, and capital G. Another example, is for hospitals. If I'm going to talk or I'm going to write about a hospital, I'm gonna start the name of the hospital with capital letter. For example, Hospital del Carmen. It has a capital H and capital C. Or Sharp Memorial. It is another kind of hospital. It starts with capital S and capital M. If I'm going to talk about the holidays, I'm going to write the name of the holiday with capital letter. Okay, for example, Halloween, we start with capital H. Valentine's Day, we start with capital V. Or Christmas, my favorite holiday of the year, I always start with capital C. If I want to talk about some things, I'm going to start the writing the word with capital letter too. For example, if I'm going to talk about a car, I'm going to write first the brand, and the brand is going to start with capital letter, then the type of the car that has a capital letter too. For example, Ford F-150. It's a type of a pickup, and it starts the word Ford with capital F and the type F-150. It has a capital F too. If I'm going to talk about brands, for example, Pepsi or Gatorade, always I'm going to start with capital letter. It doesn't matter if the brand is at the beginning, middle, or at the end of the sentence. It is all the same for person, places, holidays, things, days of the week, months of the year. And now we're going to have our last example, countries. Every time that I'm going to talk about a country, I'm going to start the name of the country using a capital letter. Here are some examples. Canada has a capital C at the beginning of the word. Portugal has a capital P at the beginning of the word. Mexico has a capital M. Japan has a capital G. China has a capital C. Or Argentina, it has a capital A. Okay, now that we already had a review from these capital letters, we're going to start with the work of the day. Okay, let me go out of the slideshow. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, for today's work, you are going to use your optional pages from language, okay? Today's work is write 5 countries. Don't forget to start the word with a capital letter. When you finish with the countries, we're going to start with 5 names, okay? You can use a personal name or last names. Just don't forget to start with capital letters. And the last exercise is to write 5 dates, okay? 5 dates. You need to write day of the week, month of the year, number of the day, and number of the year. When you finish, ask to your mom or your dad to take a picture of your work and please send it to me. Have an amazing day. I miss you so much and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.